Well, hello there, sports fans. Welcome back to the channel. Where in the world is Wayne going today? Well, before we talk about where I'm going today, let's talk about where I was yesterday. So I left the Tour Tech Rally yesterday morning in Plain, Washington, and much to my surprise, there was this beautiful little twisty road going out of Plain, or out of the Tour Tech Rally. This probably went on for about 10 minutes, but sharp hairpin turns, going up this little hill. Wasn't really a mountain but a hill, but just really a gorgeous road. And then the rest of the day was pretty much just slab riding on highways, and I wanted to make two stops along the way to see some of these tourist sites, or these tourist attractions. And coincidentally, in the state of Washington, there are two 9/11 memorials. And so the very first one that I went to see was one in Kashmir, Washington. So let's take a look. So I left camp this morning, and today's ride is not going to be anything to write home about. It's mostly slab. I'm just trying to get to a destination. So today's ride is about seeing a couple of interesting, what do you want to call them, roadside attractions. The interesting thing about today, the two that I'm going to see today, is they're both about 9/11. So I'm currently in Kashmir, Washington, and this is called the 9/11 Spirit of America Memorial, dedicated obviously to those who lost their lives on that day. I think we can all remember where we were. If you're over 28 years of age, you remember where you were on that day. We were at home. We were giving breakfast to our son, who was 1 at the time, and he was 1. And our neighbor ran across the street, knocked on our door, and said, "Turn on the news." We did. Changed our lives forever. The really interesting thing about that was that night, one of our friends, Tracy, came over to our place for a glass of wine. We're sitting on our back deck. It's pitch black out, and there are no planes flying, right? The skies were silent, and all of a sudden the skies filled up with nighthawks. If you don't know what a nighthawk is, go check it out. It's a really cool bird. I've never seen them before. I've never seen them since. And I guess due to the lack of plane activity, all of a sudden these birds were all over. This was at our house in Chicago. So anyway, this is memorial to those who perished on 9/11. The next stop I'm going to make today is in Kennewick, where there's another 9/11 memorial, and it is, I believe, actually has a piece of the World Trade Center. So let's go see that one. Okay, we're back. So I kept going until I got down to Kennewick, Washington, where I saw the second 9/11 memorial, and we'll take a look at that now. Okay, well, I have made it to my final roadside attraction, if you can call this an attraction. I don't like that term for something as solemn as this is. This is actually a piece from one of the towers. These are the outside support structures for the tower. This is an external vertical support column salvaged from the World Trade Center of the 2000. This memorial is dedicated to the 2,977 people, Americans, who died on that day. It's a very sobering thing. I've been to Ground Zero and I've seen the memorial there, which is incredibly powerful. Why, this little town in Washington, Kennewick, Washington, got this piece, I don't know. Maybe there was a political connection. I've kind of tried to read up on it, and I really don't see anything that describes why they have this piece here. But it's an impactful reminder of what happened that day. All right. This is my final roadside attraction, if you will, before I get to my destination today. Peace be with you. All right, and we're back. So, what are we going to do today? Well, I'm in Milton Freewater, Oregon right now, and I'm heading over to Hell's Canyon, specifically the Hell's Canyon Overlook. And then I'm going to end up in Oxbow, Oregon for camping tonight. Really looking forward to today, so let's go for a ride. had no idea that Eastern Oregon could be this gorgeous. I am on a road heading over to Hell's Canyon right now, and I've come through this mountain pass that is just stunning. There's chain up areas and everything else. I had no idea these mountains were this beautiful, but wow, what a ride I'm having today. There's the girl. She doesn't have a name yet. Anybody want to help me name her? All right, well, I just ate a nice little restaurant here in Enterprise, Oregon, and I am, come on, turn on, baby. There we go. And so, nice little meal, and ran into a guy with a Moto Guzzi over there, and he lives in this area. Gave me some good pointers. So we're heading through Joseph, Oregon right now. All right, we are coming up on the turnoff to Hell's Canyon Overlook. This is supposed to be a gorgeous little 2-lane road, so let's check it out. Check it out. All right, guys, I made it to my destination today. That was really a spectacular day of riding. When I left Milton Freewater this morning, I had no idea how beautiful these roads would be here in northeastern Oregon. That first trip over the mountains was just gorgeous, sweeping curves, beautiful scenery. Get down to Enterprise for breakfast, and then I catch the road over to Hell's Canyon Overlook, and there's another stunning road. And of course, Hell's Canyon Overlook was gorgeous as well. I can't remember the town. There's a small town, Losteen, I think it's called. So we saw some blue bananas outside of a coffee shop and a blue Volkswagen Bug Beetle, just the back half of it. Another one of those roadside attractions or those oddities you run into. Anyway, I made it here to Oxbow, Oregon, right on the river. I'm in a campground here, just really super nice campground. And it's hot though, 33 degrees Celsius, so kind of that's what you get, right? Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next ride.